Satsuki the Savage here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Mahou Shoujo site, episode 6. As you can see from the thumbnail and the title of the video, I did not enjoy this episode. And I went into this episode excited. Episode 5 was a good episode in my opinion. And I was praying that episode 5 wasn't an outlier of an episode. I was hoping that it wasn't an anomaly. But turns out, yep, it was just maybe dumb luck that they had a good episode just that one time. Because it's back to being below average again in this episode. And there are some problems. Let's get into it. We spent 4 minutes of this episode with Najimi and Kaname having their fake ass conversation about them pretending like they care about Aya when we both know that is not true. And it's like we didn't need to spend. And then we had Najimi, fawning over Kaname, and I guess they were trying to do this for comedic purposes, but I'm sorry, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit because nobody likes Kaname. So the fact that she is in love with this dude, it really doesn't resonate with us because we know he's such a bitch. Like, nobody likes Kaname. So the fact that she's, having heart eyes for him, it's like, we don't give a fuck. And we don't like Najimi either, because now she has this hatred for Aya. And really, I don't understand why she keeps specifically targeting her hatred for Aya. That's just weird to me. She doesn't mention Suyu, but she mentions Aya. And I liked Najimi when I first saw her. I thought the idol personality was something that we didn't have. I was like, thank you, because we have Suyu, who's stoic, we have Aya, who's depressed, and the rest of the characters are, for the most part, sadistic. So I was like, this is a good change of pace in terms of attitude for characters, because we have somebody who's actually positive. So it's like, thank you. I was like, thank you. But now I'm like, fuck you. What happened? Now she's sadistic? It's like you took her, you was like, nah. That trope doesn't fit well with her. Let's put her back into this box, the sadistic box. Like, we don't have like 3 or 4 more characters who are already sadistic. Oh man. I just didn't like that. And then we're introduced to another depressed girl, and her name was Kosame, I believe. Kosame. And now she has an interesting magical state power, and that is to heal injuries if she feeds her blood to whoever is injured. That was interesting. And her magical stick is a box cutter. And then they had to make it all weird because she was like, oh, I'm pretty used to self-harm, so this magical stick it fits me. And it's like, I get it. I get that this show wants to be dark, but come on. It's just like, come on. Kosame not only heals Rina, but she heals Suyu and Aya as well. This is where things start to get really convoluted and really dumb. So we know about the Tempest. The Tempest is supposed to be the endgame villain of this entire series. It's been talked about since the very beginning of the series. Now, the thing is, most of the magical girls, I'm assuming, don't really know about the Tempest, because there would be no way of knowing about the Tempest, because the only reason why Rina found out about it was because she found a backdoor page to learning about the Tempest, which still isn't explained how she knew about this backdoor page. And this is where the problems start. We learned that the purpose of these magical girls even getting magical sticks in the first place is because they are supposed to feed negative energy to the Tempest in order to be saved from the apocalypse. But if that is the whole purpose of the magical girls, why aren't they informed of that? I get that they're probably giving magical sticks to girls who are misfortunate because they think they will use them for evil in the first place. But you have girls like Aya who are depressed who may use their magical sticks to kill themselves or something like that. So it doesn't really make sense for them not to inform them or just lie to them that, hey, use your magical sticks so you can gather negative power so you can be saved from something. You don't even have to mention attempt this. Just say to be saved from something. Just put that into their mind. What's the point of not telling them? And how are so many magical girls finding out about the whole plan for this temp this and the purpose of all of these of the magical sticks in the first place? How are all these people finding about this backdoor page? And the fact that there is a backdoor page to find this information out, because the administrators, they're killing girls for being too nosy. But hold on, guys, aren't you fucking administrators? Isn't that in your goddamn name? They're administrators, and they're punishing girls, these magical girls, for being too nosy, yet they leave the information for them to snoop around. So unless it's just like one administrator that isn't on the same page as them and is trying to make sure that like the temptress is killed in the end, unless that is going on, then this is fucking stupid, because the administrators have the power to manipulate what is on the fucking site. If you wanted to, you can delete this backdoor page. So why the fuck are they killing girls for being too nosy when they themselves did not get rid of this information? After all of this, it's like Kosumi wanted to recruit all the magical girls that she could so they can fight against the Temptress, which I said that's what they should have been doing in the very beginning, because Rina's whole plan was stupid. Let me collect magical sticks so I alone can fight the Temptress. That was fucking stupid to me. But now they're trying to recruit all these magical girls so they can fight against the Temptress, which that's actually a smart thing. But after all of this, they're going from the hospital, and Aya and Suya are trying to recover Rina's magical stick because they lost it when they were fighting Sarna in the building. You had Aya being all buddy with Rina. Like, you can't redeem Rina at this point. You can't redeem her, because she even said in this episode, I would have killed you in your sleep if it wasn't for this whole plan that was going on. So she's still the same sadistic bitch. It's not like she changed a little bit. No, she's still the same person. So as far as I'm concerned, why are they being buddy with her? I mean, like, Suyu wasn't, but Aya was like laughing and shit. I'm like, hold up, this bitch just, y'all don't remember when she threatened y'all in the hospital? That shit happened like a couple minutes ago. And I neglected to say this in my last video, but Sarna had killed Suyu's, the person that Suyu was torturing. And in a way, Sarna kind of freed Suyu from her whole revenge streak, because that's not, torturing people isn't a healthy hobby. But the show would tell you otherwise. But it's kind of like she freed her mind from that mental stress of constantly going after revenge. And now she has a new purpose. Or she doesn't really have a new purpose in life per se, other than beating the Temptress. But it's like she can look forward to something else rather than revenge, which is a good thing. And I will consistently say that the only good thing that this show does is the friendship between Aya and Suyu. They do that well, but it was a brief moment between Aya and Suyu, them talking. So it's not really much to be said about that, other than, yeah, I like the friendship between Suyu and Aya, but everything else in the episode is like. Last thing I want to rant about is Kaname once again, because he is figuring out that, or he is trying to find these links between Aya and being a magical girl, and the way he's figuring out these links are so fucking dumb. So he went on Aya's computer to find out that she went on a site called the Magical Girl site. And he found it suspicious that Aya was having friends. These are the clues for him figuring out that Aya is a magical girl. 1, she went on a site called Magical Girl site. 2, she has friends. And 3, her parents said that her injuries healed like magic. Those are his 3 clues for figuring out that Aya is a magical girl. And what normal person from those clues would gather that,
huh, this bitch might be a magical girl?
Honestly, the show could have did a much better job with that, of Kaname figuring out that his sister is a magical girl. I mean, he still doesn't really know, but the fact that he's suspicious already, just from those bare bone clues, it's like, what is this mother? Like, I get that he's a genius, but nobody is going to jump to the conclusion of, no normal person is going to jump to the conclusion of, hey, they may be using magic just from those 3 clues alone. So they could have just did something as easily as Kaname just seeing a magical girl in action. That's all you really had to do, because there are tons of magical girls in this series. So that's all you had to do. But it's like they said, nah, this motherfucker is Sherlock Holmes. You forgot he's a genius, huh? So that's pretty much it for this review. More of a rant. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to rant on the series, but it just keeps shelling out these just bad episodes. And although it wasn't as bad as episode 2, it was still bad nonetheless. And it's like minor tweaks that they could do, stuff that can be omitted, things that can be added to make the episode good. But the series opts not to do it. So here I am with the rant again. So, episode 7, maybe another rant. And we're already halfway through the series, and they have had a total of 1 good episode. So it is what it is. Satsuki the Savage. If you like this video, if you dislike this video, whatever, comment, subscribe. I'm out.